Welcome back to EyeSeeStyle. I'm your host, A. Scott Walton, and I'm here at the headquarters, the Atlanta headquarters for Factor Modeling, joined by Atlanta's original top model, Veronica Best, and the hottest thing going in fashion right now, the first Southeast Asian woman to appear in the Sports Illustrated swimsuit issue. This is Miss Sonia Dara. Sonia, great to meet you.
Very
Congratulations.
Nice to meet you. Thank you.
Your career is really taking off, and more incredibly, you're a Harvard economics student.
Yeah.
How do you pull off those two things?
I try to not let them interfere with each other. Right now I'm taking off time from Harvard because after shooting SI, I figured this would be the perfect time to take off and capitalize on this launch pad. So I'm taking time off. I'm working full time in New York, and so seeing where my modeling career goes.
Okay, now we saw you on the runways of New York and Paris this year.
Two of my goals.
But which do you prefer, the runway modeling or the still photography?
There's a rush that comes with runway. I know Veronica can back me up on this because we've done shows together. You get the butterflies and you go with it, but I like doing the still photography at the same time because you get to see your work afterwards and you get to really try it in different angles and things like that. Runway is like kind of one shot, so you never know if you did your best. So it's good. Both of them, though, are great.
Okay. Now talk about rising up, being discovered in Atlanta as a teenager, and just moving up the ranks so quickly. Could you ever have imagined that this was going to happen?
No, I definitely lucked out. Started here when I was 15. I was still in high school, so I started out back when this was still called Elite Atlanta. Been here ever since. I love the people here. The agents and the girls are fantastic. When I was 16, I was scouted by Elite New York. So during the summers, I would go to New York, and at the same time, I would still be booked for things in Atlanta when I'd come home. And I've just been very lucky and blessed to move up in the ranks,
Okay.
as they say.
Now, your studies at Harvard, talk about how that eventually will translate into the business world for you.
Hopefully, after graduating with an economics degree, I'll be able to find a career that could possibly integrate fashion with business. That would be ideal. Right now, I'm open to options, but that would be the best of both worlds.
Okay. Do you ever sit in class and think, I'm a model? What am I doing here? doing homework and I'm in the library and taking tests?
No. When I'm at school, I'm a student and like that. I definitely put myself in that mode. And then when I'm in New York, I'm enjoying the fact that I'm getting this sense of independence, but at the same time working towards a goal for fashion and for modeling. But I try to keep the two separate.
Okay.
And get myself confused a little bit.
Okay. Now let's turn our attention to your mentor here. Veronica, I've known you for years. You've had a stellar modeling career here in Atlanta and around the globe. And now you're transitioning into the executive side of the industry. Tell me, how's that going, and how does it feel?
It feels crazy because I'm actually still doing a little modeling as well, just trying to back away from that. But I've been in charge of the runway division for probably about 2 months now, and I've always had clients and everyone to come to me as though I've owned my own agency asking for models, like, can you book these models, because I do know who the best ones are, who are professional, who we can count on. And it's just been a very good, easy transition. It's like I know the business. I've been in the business for over 25 years, and I'm enjoying it.
Okay.
It's where I should be.
Okay. Now, with all that experience, I'm sure on a daily basis, some young lady or some stage mom comes and says, Veronica, how can I get my daughter started?
I get that every day, 24/7, 365 days a year.
Okay.
And, I just tell people it's not only about your look, it's about having a great personality, it's about being a professional and being persistent and having thick skin. This is a brutal business.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not just all glamorous. It's a very small percentage that is.
Okay. And are walk-ins welcome, or how do you find your talent?
We actually have open calls on Wednesdays between the hours of 3:15 and 3:45. And of course we have certain requirements. For like guys, we prefer them to be at least 6 feet tall, 6 feet to 6'2", women around 5'8.5" or taller. You have to be, of course, a certain size. Like size 2-4 would be great, is the idea for most of our runway.
Okay.
Yeah, and just having a great personality and be outgoing.
All right. Now you can find out the details about the open calls on EyeSeeStyle. Sonia, one last question for you. I see your dad's over here watching you very proudly. How many boxes of the swimsuit issue do you have at home?
It was actually funny. My parents came to Vegas for the launch, so they made sure they got a couple of copies there. But I can say there's a stack at least
Okay.
sitting on our coffee table at home.
Okay. Well, I'm sure they're very proud of you. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you so
Sonia
much.
Dara, Veronica, thank you so much.
Absolutely.
Come back to EyeSeeStyle.